of Truths and Takes podcast, and we are officially live today to kind of begin a one-on-one session with you guys and see um basically people's stories and how it's going in their lives. So please, if you're here, please share to your friends, share to everyone, and let's get the party started. I have some attitude, yeah. Okay, so the first story says my friend has been telling me about her marriage, and honestly, it's a lot. She's been married for 5 years, but she says her husband has very poor hygiene. According to her, despite trying everything, buying him toothbrush, toothpaste, and even talking to him, he barely maintains cleanliness. She feels uncomfortable and even says she's lost attraction to him because of it. Though she admits he's a good father and hardworking man, now she's stuck between feeling guilty and wondering if it's enough reason to consider ending the marriage. So the next slide is like the picture of their bedroom and how his side looks. She says this is how his side of the bed looks. This is how side, and this is his side looks absolutely disgusting. A- And there's some comments that say, if he wasn't like this before marriage, then maybe he's going through depression, which I don't think so. I think he was like this during my marriage, but maybe he never went to his place. Um, Gosh, I wasn't prepared for the second slide. Please, if you don't want to leave, opt for a different room because this is absolutely disgusting. What do you think, Tasha? Another comment says the fact that you know your husband's poor hygiene and still use white sheets is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't know if he did not take it. But this was the headrest would be months of him it accumulating, honestly. And he said if na woman dirty like that, he for don't rush, find side chic or marry another woman. And another comment says a different room is definitely a good option. Another comment says, let's get married in 2 months, not then. So this is the type of man that will say, oh, let's get married in 2 months so that you return to their cleaner for them. This is absolutely disgusting. What is your own take on it? Like, I feel like even a different room will not solve this problem because the man is dirty in every way, in terms of brushing, in terms of bathing, in terms of general hygiene. Imagine if he's not wiping his ass. Imagine. Can't imagine. So let's go to another story. Or should we still read these comments? I think showering twice, weight loss and gut health, and a healthier diet can help, and sprinkle of prayer points. A sprinkle of prayer points would definitely help this husband. But saying now my uncle you marry. Another person said this comment section is a big mess. What would she do actually? Because this is, I don't think he has any form of shame that his wife is seeing him this dirty. So he just lets her stay like this. That kind of thing. Because how would you be so irresponsible as not even take care of yourself? And what example are you trying to set for your kids? That's another question to look at. What type of example are you trying to set to your kids? If he is a good man, find a way around this. Get him good hygiene products and skincare. But yes, they said it. My said according to her, despite trying everything, buying him toothbrushes, toothpaste, and even talking to him, he barely maintains basic cleanliness. So I do. I think she has tried this and it is not working at all. At least he's a good father, but I wouldn't say you're a good father if you're not setting an example of how to be clean for your kids. You have to always be clean for your kids. So should we move on to the next story? Let's see the next story. Okay, so this one says, I've been married for 2 years to a woman I truly love. But lately I feel like she doesn't love me the same way. We currently live with my mother, my uncle, and my three siblings. We currently live with my mother, my uncle, and their children, my three sisters and their children. So that's the mother, the uncle, the three sisters, and their children, which is how many I do not know. Recently, a former neighbor also came to spend the holiday with us. At first, my wife was caring and respectful to everyone. But after a few days, she became upset and told me she wanted to return to her father's house because there were too many people in the house. Obviously, because of the limited space, my mother sleeps in our room with my sister and the visitor since she needs the fan at night, while my wife and I sleep on a mattress in the hallway. My wife got angry, packed her things, and told me to call her back only after everyone leaves. Yes, girl. She's also 4 months pregnant. Now I feel embarrassed in front of my family and I don't know what to think. Does this mean she hates my family, or am I failing to understand her feelings as a wife? Yes. Or am I failing to understand her feelings as a wife and pregnant woman? Please, I need honest advice. Even if, how do you go from marrying a woman to packing your entire family and an outsider into the house? Even the neighbor, the former neighbor, came for holiday inside the house. I think it's a 1 bedroom actually. I really think it's a 1 bedroom. Please tell me, am I going nuts? Is what I'm saying true? Possibly I can't. The husband is absolutely wrong. He is in every single way wrong. Because if you count the number of people living in the apartment now, that's the uncle, the husband and the wife first, that two, the three sisters, five, his mother, six, the neighbor, seven, the sister's children. Let's assume children are two. That's that's 10 already. Oh my god. For the one that is really touching me is the fact that he said the former neighbor. Like, where's the former neighbor? There's not even a family member coming into this house to spend and sleep. Jeez. There's a comment that says, "Still bring your whole village to live with you. You are not serious." There's another one that says, "You are married to your family, not her. When you really want to be married and stay married, she cannot be side chick. It's not possible. Unless the former neighbor is the main chick that came to occupy her slot. You are married to your family, not her. When you really want to be married and stay married to her, you go get an apartment for just the both of you. Why did you marry her when her comfort isn't your priority? You're not even ashamed. You are coming to report her for your decision. Then suppose wipe you two by two. No add to my anger this afternoon, Biko." So somebody gave a very honest answer and said, "Honest advice you will get. go to a mechanic workshop and ask him to check if the bolts and nuts in your head are still complete and intact. Exactly. Exactly. You should check it and see if it's actually complete in his head. Let's check for another story. But Chomi, would you still stay? What do you think? Would you want to still like go back to the house if the man moves everybody out, or say, okay, at least let my mother stay? Because obviously the woman is 4 months pregnant now and she needs her space, and the mother needs to still come and do a mugo. So what do you think? Our next story. Hmm. Our next story. If it's a one bed, I'm not sharing with anyone aside my husband. I think normally now, when people get married, they tend to want to move into a two-bedroom in case family members want to come and stay. Like, see, when I put to bed, the mom can come around. Yeah, but people tend to want to get a two-bedroom now so that they can accommodate family members without inconveniencing themselves. And people also try and set boundaries and be like, you cannot stay in my house for more than a month for a family member, instead of the one that will just come and move in entirely like that. They set boundaries and say you cannot come and stay in my house for more than a month. So that's also something. But yeah, I get, maybe with the anger self after I give birth, I'll say, please don't come, because if you come now, you may not leave. So don't even come. Let the mother not come at all, because I've managed to chase you from the house now. I want to give birth now. You want to come back again? Please, at all, don't come back. Just stay. I'll do my move for myself. That's what the woman will just say. Yeah. So our next story says, after 13 years of trying to convince my husband and his best friend, who owns the hospital, that kept telling me my tubes were blocked and I could never get pregnant, I did everything possible with no result. My husband was constantly cheating. So out of anger, I also slept with another man once. 2 months later, I found out I was pregnant. That was when my husband confessed the truth. He showed me a test result from 10 years ago, proving he has zero sperm count, and admitted that he and his friend lied to me all these years to cover his condition while making me believe I was the problem. Okay. Now he is begging me to abort the pregnancy because his family and friends know he cannot father a child, and they will suspect the baby is not his, and does not even know about the other man is single, responsible, and does not even know about the pregnancy yet. I do not want to abort my baby. Part of me wants to tell the real father, while another part of me feels like leaving and raising the child alone. I'm also hurt and angry that my husband and his friend gave me fake medical results for years. What would you do if you were in my shoes? He asked. What will you do if you are in her shoes? Because it can never be me in the shoes. I don't know. It can be. Never say never until it happens. That's just the truth. Never say never. It can always be you in that particular situation. What I would do in this situation, right, would be to basically, I would basically, what would I do even? I don't think I can trust the man anymore, because um he has basically lied to me about something so important that I cannot forgive him anymore. Because how would you tell me, for the past how many years I've been trying to conceive, and you knew you were actually the problem, but you never mentioned it. You never said anything, and you led me to believe that I was actually the problem, right? So that is something unforgivable, because you preferred for my feelings to be hurt instead of us settling the problems together. He preferred for my feelings to be hot before you come clean. Or when I finally found out that, oh, I'm not the one in the wrong, that you finally confess that you are actually the one that is infertile and not me. So yeah, I don't think I would want to stay with a man like that. First of all, that's absolutely insane to even want to do that anymore. And then what else? The man that has the child is definitely entitled to know that, oh yeah, I'm pregnant. You're pregnant for me, or someone is pregnant for me. So he definitely needs to know. So I would advise that you tell him that you are pregnant, and then let him make that decision on his own if he wants to be involved or not. If not, it's fine for you to want to do the pregnancy phase alone. That's absolutely fine. So I don't think you need to go back to your husband per se, because he has broken the trust and he did not feel it worthy to let you know, even when we are going through struggles. Rather just leave you to um stress on your own. Yeah, so that's my own take on it. I have to get back to work now, guys. Thank you for joining. And I love you guys. Bye, guys.